Here.
Bob McAfee.
Here.
LaDonna Allen.
Here.
Roger Smith.
Here.
You all please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance and the invocation. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you pray with me? Eternal God, as we begin another session of the Carl Junction Board of Alderman, we ask that you arouse in our hearts a hunger and a thirst for justice and peace, so that our actions will be guided by your desire to secure justice and equality for every member of our community. It's in your most holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Rick. Next is approval of the agenda. Any comments, changes, or anything to say about the agenda?
Move we approve the agenda.
Second.
Ms. LaDonna Allen, second Roger Smith, to approve the agenda. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. In the affirmative, the agenda is approved. Next is the consent agenda, which is approval of the minutes of the previous meeting on July 2nd and approval of the disbursements. Any comments, questions, or changes to the consent agenda?
Move we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by LaDonna Allen, second by David Powell, to approve the consent agenda as presented. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. In the affirmative, the consent agenda is approved. Next is public forum. Anyone wishing to speak at public forum? No one here wishing to speak at public forum? Okay, last chance. Very well then, we'll move along. Next is approval of bids for the parking lot striping and sealing. Would you like to talk about that, Steve?
Yep, went out for a bid. We had it on the website and also in the paper. Got two bids in. You've got them both there in front of you. I think I laid the updated ones loosely and not the ones in the packet. Logan Paving and Advanced Work Zone Services. As you can see, Logan Paving is considerably cheaper than what Advanced Work AWS is. Several $1,000s. $27,000 for AWS and $16,440 for Logan Paving.
So
And
they're
this
gonna
is
do all
both.
that for 600?
For 16.
Yeah, that's just the intersection, as it's written there, it shows
That's just the striping of the street.
striping of the intersection at the street.
For,
But this one's 4750 and this one's 600.
yep,
And it is both the PD parking lot, our three little parking lots, or our two little ones and one big one, and then the striping is what that would come down to. So,
yeah, they're like 21,000.
I make a motion that we approve the proposal from Logan Paving for sealing and striping of the community center and police department parking lots and striping of Barbara Road intersection.
Second.
Motion by David Bile, second by LaDonna Allen, to approve the Logan paving quotes for cleaning the parking lots and striping the streets. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. In the affirmative, please notify Logan. Thank you. Next is approval of destruction of old records.
Yes, I have given you a list, in parentheses, after each record that I would like to destroy, I have included the Secretary of State's record retention schedule in there, so you can see how long we were required to keep them. Other than the backflow prevention prior to 2017, all of these were actually on your desk list to dispose of. I found that list the other day and thought, hey, this is a good time. So,
I think so too. And are they like copied or anything? We just get to throw them away.
we just can dispose of them.
Okay.
Well, I move we approve the destruction of the old records.
The comment?
I just one comment. These are all litigation matters that I was involved in one fashion or another. Our rules for legal records are 7 years now. It used to be 10. They changed that to 7 years a few years ago. But I think I've already just rails to trails was a lot more than 7 years ago.
We are well over the retention schedule for everything on here.
It was a long time ago.
All right.
Second.
Motion by Don Allen, second by David Pyle, that you are approved to dispose of those records for retention. All right, so we get rid of that one. Now we'll move into reports. Next versus long-term projects report. Anything for Steve on that? I had a couple things.
Well, I had a couple things. For one thing, I went by and looked at the park and I see that Center Creek is gonna get started. Did you get an update? I see that you told them they need to get started on the dog park. Have you heard back? If they're gonna?
Did not hear anything back on the dog park. That I gave them till August 5th to complete it. Still haven't showed up, so.
I was wondering when we bid this stuff out, and I don't know on the bid packages, is there some way to specify that if they are awarded, if they are chosen, their bid is chosen and they are awarded it, that within so many days of awarding it, they have to start? I mean, I understand if you've got to get materials in, but
Yeah,
because this is.
yeah, which on little things like this, we've never put a date on there.
Yeah.
And this was enough to keep it to say, every time we send out for a bid on something like this, it's gonna have a date on it.
Yeah,
30 days to start it, 90 days to complete, well, something like that.
yeah.
So,
'Cause it's-
which is the way our big contracts read already.
Well, and on the sunshades that you put on there, where were you looking at position? I mean, for the 6, where?
This is 4 of them up here over the top of the 4 bleachers that are sitting out here at the basketball court, and then 2 of them down at Center Creek where the bleachers are for the pickleball court. I did talk to, on the pool assessment thing, and I talked to Christy at SAP Design this afternoon at about 4:30-ish. And she's just gonna give us some concepts. She's gonna make some rough sketches on concepts of a couple of different ideas of what could be done down there.
Well, hopefully we'll know a little more on our.
Mhm.
One thing that's not on the long term, but I guess right now we could have, have we done an assessment on roads? Like, are we going to be doing some overlay, some repair? I was looking at the,
We need to, I'll get with Jay and Elena and figure out how much we've got and what we can get done.
because it looks like we're to the point that we could probably do a pretty decent size. I just didn't know if he'd done an assessment, because I know, I think every ward has got some streets that are
I have a
getting really.
list on my bulletin board that when a citizen calls in, I write it on there.
I've noticed, like Firs, there's several of them that are getting bad over in our area too, so.
Yeah.
That's,
Street and alley is 734,000.
yeah, that's why I was looking at the report. We've got enough, so probably a big section.
Anything else for the city administrator?
I'm just curious.
When are they gonna start on my basketball court? Good question.
Soon as he gets done painting this one. So, which is going to start, he'll start work on it this week on this one, so then he'll move out there and do that. So hopefully quick.
I'm getting tired of kids walking down the street saying, "You said."
Blaming on the mayor, everybody else does.
Yeah.
I have a question on the, so sunshade, you said 6 Timberland out here for basketball?
4 out here, 2 down at Center Creek
The
Park.
bleachers.
There's people sit in the bleachers out there?
Out here when they're playing.
Playing basketball?
Mhm.
Never seen anybody.
Usually it's because there's too many kids and they have more kids than can do 5-on-5.
So
No, we could change that. If you don't want to put 4 out there, we can put 2 out there. It doesn't matter to me. You know, we've got 4 bleachers out there. That's why I proposed 4 sunshades.
What is timber? Like, you mean,
Wood.
it's like with wood,
Wood.
the roof?
It's a metal roof, wood with a metal roof. Rough cut, pressure treated lumber,
With like some sort of metal roof?
metal roof, trimmed, so that it looks nice.
So I'm just curious about the stormwater. I know that we were waiting, like the stuff behind Maine, that alley. I know we were trying to get grants and all that, and that kind of all fell through. I mean, do we have any long-term plan as far as what we can do there, or what are we doing?
Find the money. I gotta find the money before we can. The only place I've found it so far is in a rural development. I think they have some stormwater money in rural development that we might be eligible for.
That sounded, you know, when we went and met with them, talked to them, oh yeah, we're trying to get this, and nothing has happened. That's been quite a while, and they've been talking, you know, asking more.
That state ARPA money is, they lied to us when they said they'd come back with unobligated stuff.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Remember last,
Yeah, that
first
was-
one out?
Yeah, that was the one we were next on the
Yeah,
list.
the first one out.
Yeah, first one out.
So they don't have any money, huh?
No. They just said that to make us feel good.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Anything else? Then we'll move along to the treasurer's report. She's got May and June here. Comments on that?
What we will need to look at for the streets is how much we have in the accrual fund, not in
Yeah.
this one.
The sidewalk or the parking lot paving, will that come off the streets
Yes.
that we just did?
If nothing then, we go to department reports. Let's see what we get. Got an email from, yeah, okay, we'll do those first. The building inspector I got here, I got a call to him. Any comments about the building inspector's report? Roofing still takes the championship. But it's getting lower.
Electric.
Because we replaced everything.
All right, we'll move on to the PD. Any comments for the chief? Questions?
Was somebody deceased in their home?
Do what?
Was somebody deceased in their home
Yeah.
and people were stealing?
Anything else?
What'd you think about the drones?
It's interesting. Not a whole lot we can do about it, even if there are drones. That's one of the things we discussed was laws about what you can and can't do, laws about what they're supposed to adhere to when they're flying a drone, finding the person that's flying a drone, and you can't just shoot them down. So if they're flying for nefarious reasons, that's still a debate that's being had by all levels of government for that very reason.
So you're not allowed to shoot it down? What if it comes like in your yard?
Still can't.
You're not supposed to?
And there's some states that say if it flies over your residence, then that's fine and dandy. You don't have an expectation of privacy. Other states are saying, yeah, that's your yard, you have an expectation of privacy. So there's still a lot of, like I said, a lot of debate about it. I have no idea where it's going. It's just technology that's advanced, and the solutions have not caught up to that part of it yet. So be interesting to see. The technology was interesting. I mean, yes, help you detect drones, you figure out they're there. But once you have that information, what are you going to do with it?
Liberty's response was, we're just gonna notify the police department or sheriff's department, whatever, and then after that, it's theirs. And then they're gonna share it with everybody that they, you know, in their group, as far as being, is it FERC? Federal Energy Regulatory Commission or something like that, you know. So technology has went faster than what government has, obviously.
That's just curious. Thank you.
Anything else for the chief? Okay, we'll move on to Public Works. Comments about the Public Works?
What were the signs we put up at Briarbrook?
We just replaced existing signs.
Oh.
And then, we put a new golf cart only sign up.
That's good, we got the playground stuff for Center Creek.
Contractor said, for Center Creek, he'll either start on the 12th or the 19th to get it installed.
Of August. Anything else for Harvey? Very well then. We'll move along to committee reports. Budget and Finance, Lana.
Nothing really right now, except we just approved some paving and striping, so.
Ready? Anything for Ladonna? Code news is Rick.
So we had a meeting at 6:30 tonight about 3 different codes that we recommend for approval. Steve wanted to give a synopsis on each of those. Right now.
Anything else for Rick? Human Resources, Roger?
Yes, we have a closed session. After the meeting.
No, at the end of the meeting, it's not after the meeting. Anything for Roger?
It's close to the end.
Public Facilities.
Public Facilities Committee met at 6 o'clock this evening. We had 2 discussion items. First was the technology proposal from Mid Central. We agreed to table that discussion until we had the police department assessment and also access to a Mid Central representative to answer some of the questions that we have about the proposal. The other item was revisiting the Bulldog Beach facilities assessment, and the consensus was that we would fill the pool to try to have a better understanding of the water loss issue, what it's associated with, and the degree to which it's happening.
Anything else for David? Very well, and they come back about Holly. I didn't forget you this time.
No, nothing at this time.
Anything for Holly? All right, then we'll move on to unfinished business. Carol?
None.
Walter?
I guess I could have asked when we were doing the city administrator report, but you haven't asked in a little while, so I'll ask about the meter on the solar panels. Did we ever get anything from Liberty, or is that still out?
We got something from him. It's kind of confusing to me. But I haven't checked them out. I have not done that. She did say what each one of those screens meant. There's only like 2 or 3 of them applied at us. So I still would like to get meters on solar panels and meters on Liberty's input and compare what that is with that meter they had.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get something on that, weren't we? Did you ever get anything back from those guys yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. Glad you brought that up, Walter.
That's all I.
Because I really want to get, I don't know if Liberty will let us do that or not. Which if they don't,
If we-
that makes me very
If we put it
suspicious.
on our
of
side, they don't have a choice. They're not, we're gonna put it on our side.
Well, no, you got to put it on, I want it before it gets to their meter.
Yeah, so that would be our side. Right? Right out there by the solar panel, the meter right there.
That one's okay. I'm talking about I want an additional one before it gets to their meter, combining both of them for their energy they're putting in too. So we know how much they're putting in and how much the solar's putting in, and then what the combined meter says to see if they agree or not. that make it as clear as mud?
I understood it.
Okay. I just don't want to get ripped off by Liberty. Anything else, Walter?
No, sir.
And finish, David?
No, sir.
Donna?
Well, I was gonna ask about that, but since you brought up Liberty too, when are they going to start? Since we've got the materials, when are they gonna start the work? Or are we doing the work?
Is that on the schedule yet for the memorial?
For Memorial.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 2 guys out. We just, as soon as we get guys in.
You got the materials in, right? That's what your report says. Okay, good. Anything else?
No.
I have nothing. Roger?
Nothing.
Oh, I just want to clarify, you guys are actually hiring, right? We need
Yes.
lots of people at Public Works.
It's 2.
Just 2 more? Okay, just want to make sure. That's all there. Bob?
Nothing.
Holly?
No.
Mr. Talley?
No.
Lena?
No, sir.
Crystal?
No, sir.
Steve?
One item, it's a news release there. Holly and I went to that MoDOT meeting, and now they've come out with that news release that I put there for you, coming up on Tuesday, July 23rd, 4:30 to 6 p.m. at the Joplin Public Library, and it is all about that I-44 corridor. Public hearing.
Couldn't do something with it.
Well, we want to leave it the way it is. That's the problem. Instead of having take 249 and put an intersection there, Carthage is what they need to do. But anyway,
Then you had another lane going each way direction too.
all right. Anything else, Steve?
Nope.
Harvey?
No, sir.
Mark?
Nope.
New business? Holly?
That's it.
Bob?
Nothing.
No, sir.
Roger?
Nothing.
I have nothing. LaDonna?
Nothing.
David?
No, sir.
Walter?
No, sir.
Carol?
No, sir.
Mr. Talley? Elena?
No, sir.
Crystal? David?
sir.
What? Harvey?
No, sir.
Mark?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to bring up that we had an incident at Center Creek Park where a bunch of kids over 50 were playing pickleball on the courts and drinking beer. So basically, several of them were cited for minor possession of alcohol. And we discovered that the park says it's closed from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. City ordinance says the park is closed from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And it specifies that in winter months, it's closed from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. So the signs are wrong according to the ordinance. And some of the parks aren't posted at all. And like Center Creek Park, you pull in a driveway, if you pull in from the east going into it, you never even see the sign because it's parallel with the road.
In the ball fields, yeah.
And the back entrance has no sign in it at all either. So I think the ordinances need to be redone, or the signs need to be redone, or something.
Were there lights on or were they just like shining their headlights?
That I don't know.
It was like 11 o'clock at night, right?
Yeah, it's like 10 after 11, 10,
Yeah.
15 after 11.
Wonderful.
Just don't.
Well, I guess that's, would that be code? Code committee to,
Probably, if you want to adjust the times, otherwise we just need to get some signage.
right, or
That matches.
we need to do one thing or the other.
There ain't even a sign at my park.
Well, we need to order for all parks.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Anything else?
Nope.
Very well then. Next is the closed session per revised Missouri statute 610-21, 3, hiring, firing, disciplining, or promoting a particular employee by government, by public governmental body when personal information about the employees discussed or recorded. I'd like to have a motion to go into closed session. This will be a roll call vote.
Maybe we go into closed session for the
Yeah.
personnel matters.
Motion by Don Allison, Brenda Spencer, that we go into closed session. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Holly Me? Yes. Bob McAfee?
Yes.
Rick Flynn?
Yes.
Roger Spencer?
Yes.
LaDonna Allen?
Yes.
Walter Hayes?
Yes.
Carol Wolford?
Yes.
David Byer?
Yes.
We are now in closed session. Are we gonna adjourn to the thing? Are we gonna stay in here?